Hello students. This first lesson in chapter 10, where we get to learn about counting methods and probability, introduces us to the fundamental counting principle and permutations. Now, to introduce that concept, this short video is going to look at just a couple of quick examples. So the first example says you're making sandwiches for your class picnic. Obviously something we're not doing right now as it's 10 degrees outside. But you have two types of bread, rye and white. You have three types of meat, ham, turkey, and bologna. We're going to, method one to figure out how many different sandwiches we can make is to complete this tree diagram. So I'm going to fill in some boxes for you. So the first box in our tree diagram has been filled out. It says white bread. I'm going to go ahead and put rye in the other box. Now, after we figure out which kind of bread we're going to eat, we get to choose from a couple of different kinds of meat. So one of the boxes is already filled in with ham. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the next one with turkey and the next one with bologna. So I could pick any of those three meats to go with choosing white bread. Now, if I chose to have rye bread instead, I would have those same three meat choices available to me. So I'm going to go and write those out. Now what happens is, as I put these combinations together, look how many different sandwiches I might be able to make with these basic ingredients. Well, my first option would be white bread and ham. I could go white bread and turkey. I could have white bread and bologna. I could have rye with ham. I could have rye with turkey. And I could also have rye with bologna. And as I count them all up, I notice that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sandwiches given these two basic ingredients. Now method two for figuring out the exact same idea says this. It says multiply the number of types of bread, which we remember is 2, by the number of types of meat. Well, we had 3 different types of meat. So what if we take 2 times 3? What do we happen to get? Oh, guess what? 6. The exact same number we got by using the tree diagram. So comparing the results of those two methods, and that's what it says in your notes. Compare those two, well, obviously we just said it's the same. So the second method that we use to count the number of different sandwiches is known as the fundamental counting principle. Write a definition for the fundamental counting principle. I'll let you think about that one and write something out there, and you can check your textbook for the exact answer. Now, whatever your definition is, we're going to test that by applying it to the following situation. So the Charlotte football team currently wears a different combination of 2 different game jerseys and 2 different game pants. So we've got black jerseys and we've got white jerseys. And we've got black pants and we've got gold pants. Now, if I were to purchase new gold jerseys, which we plan on doing for next year, maybe some white pants and some gray pants, how many different uniform combinations would the Pacer football team have available to them? Well, if we use this same idea we did with the different kinds of bread and the different kinds of meat, I think we can just multiply the two options together. So, I'll write in here. We've got a number of jerseys and we've got a number of pants. Now, according to the fundamental counting principle, if I have 2 independent events and I want to know how many different ways those independent events might happen together, I simply multiply the number of each event together to find the total number of possible ways that that event can take place. So, that being the case, jerseys and pants, in this case, I would consider them to be independent events because we could pick any jersey with any pair of pants, match them together, and it would look just fine. So, different jerseys. Well, if we add the gold to the black and white we already have, that's going to take us up to 3 different jerseys. And if we were to get white pants and gray pants to go with the black and gold ones that we already have, that would take us to 4 pairs of pants. Well, according to the fundamental counting principle, I can then take these 2 independent events and multiply them together to come up with 12 different uniform combinations that the Pacers could wear on any given Friday night.